Good morning, ma'am. I am Albert Otoroha. I will my partner in discussion, Jumer Rolandia. The topic we will discuss today is the leap of science and technology during scientific revolution. Johannes Kepler, 1571 to 1613, published his first publication in Astronomy Cosmographic Mystery in 1609. He argued that the light rays are rectilinear, that Mars moves non-uniformly in the elliptical path, and proposed a quasi-magnetic power or virtue emanating from the sun as partial explanation for the planetary motions. He also published his Ad Vitilium Paralipomena Quibus Astronomiae Pars Optica Traditor, the optical part of astronomy, Astronomia Nova or New Astronomy, Harmonic Monde Harmonies of the World, and the third law which draws attention to be relationship between the annual period of the planets and their means distance from the sun. Sir Francis Bacon, 1561-1626, published a Novum Organum in 1620 which outlined a new system of logic based on the process of reduction which he offered as an improvement over Aristotle's philosophical process of syllogism. Based from Francis Bacon, he believed that the teaching method that reasoning skills of his age were greatly lacking. He saw a great need for a change in how certain claims were made in society. He believed a process of reasoning was better, faulty mental construction frequent by the past and during his time. His reasoning process required to the use of observation, experimentation, and reasoning to arrive at a conclusion. The aforementioned process is the basis for the modern day scientific method. Bacon has have a big impact to the 21st today's century because he have a reasoning going first from a small claim and building up to the larger ones. Overall, the goal of Bacon is to help society makes a move towards greater experimentation, observation, and analysis instead of just logic-based arguments for claims. His ideas process help the development of scientific fields and future discoveries. Number 6. Galileo and Galilei. 1564 was an Italian astronomer who demonstrated projectile follows a parabolic path, invented a telescope, discovered mountains. The sunspot was born by the intuition, not a defined hypothesis. Asserted that Copernicus on the revolutionary books, his work was placed on the index of prohibited books until corrected. Then, Rene Descartes in 1596 to 1650 published the Discourse on the Method in 1637, which helped to establish the scientific method. Then, Rene Descartes invented analytical geometry and introduced skepticism and essential part of the scientific method. He is regarded as one of the greatest philosophers in history. His analytical geometry was tremendous conceptual breakthrough in linking the previous separate fields of geometry and algebra. Descartes showed that he could solve previously unsolved problems in geometry by converting them to simpler problems in algebra. He represented the horizontal direction as x and vertical direction as y. The concept is now indispensable in mathematics and other science. The impacts to the people now is to learn more knowledge about the geometry. Also, who really love solving today.
Anton van Leeuwenhoek (1632–1723) constructed powerful single-lens microscope. The development of powerful single-lens microscope and played a significant role in the scientific revolution by allowing scientists to observe and study the microscopic world in a new and revolutionary way. The microscope magnifying power enables scientists to see structures and organisms that were previously invisible to the naked eye, leading to this new discoveries and advancement in such fields as biology, medicine, and physics. Single lens microscopes are often used in educational settings, particularly in science classes, to introduce students to the basic principles of microscopy. They are simple and expensive, making them a good option for educational issue. Single-lens microscopes can be used in medical settings for basic observations such as examining skin, pores, signs of infections. Next, Isaac Newton built upon the work of Kepler and Galileo. He showed that an inverse square law for gravity explained the elliptical orbits of the planets and advanced the law of universal gravitation. Next, Robert Boyle, 1627 and 1691, he built an air pump and many used instrument device in this period, which greatly aided in the expansion of scientific knowledge. The air pump design allowed him to control the pressure inside a sealed container and to study effects of varying the pressure in various substances. The important tool helped to establish the foundation of modern atmospheric science and paved the way for future advancement in the field. Boyle used the air pump to conduct experiments that helped establish the relationship between pressure and volume of gases, which is known as Boyle's law. This was a major contribution to the field of physics and helped by foundation of modern thermodynamics. Next, John Locke is recognized founder of empiricism and proposed in an essay concerning human understanding, 1689, that the only true knowledge that could be accessible to the human mind was based on experience. He argued that the human mind was created as tabula rasa, upon which sensory expressions were recorded and built up knowledge through process or reflection. The concept, according to this view, the mind does not come preloaded with any concept, knowledge, or limit abilities, but instead learns and develops through interaction with the environment. Next, refracting telescope first appeared in the Netherlands in 1608. The spectacle makers Hans Lippershey, Zacharias Janssen, and Jacob Michius of Akmarol contributed to its invention. The first refracting telescope was a significant invention that played a role in advancing our understanding of natural world, improving navigation, and stimulating scientific inquiry. Its impact can still be felt today in many fields that rely on optical technology. Next is Evangelista Torricelli, 1642-1727, was best known for his invention of the mercury barometer. The motivation for the invention was to improve the suction pumps that were used to raise water out of the mines. A mercury barometer is a scientific instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure, used to changes in atmospheric pressure, which is a key factor in with forecasting. By measuring changes in atmospheric pressure, meteorologists can predict changes in weather patterns, such as approaching storms. This is why the mercury barometer is still widely used today in various applications, including weather forecasting, aviation, and industrial settings.